There's lots of discussion on why do people drink alcohol or use substances, and sort of competing theories, right? We have some folks that talk about this being the disease of despair. So you see a lot of addiction in communities hit hard by poverty, loss of job opportunities, and that's definitely very prevalent, and we can see the impact of that. But it's not the only way addiction starts. And I think that we really need to be careful and thoughtful and pay attention to the nuances of this. Addiction begins in adolescence. Again, 90% of those that have a substance use disorder today, they began using substances in their adolescence. And then that progresses over time, but some of the things about our own behavior, how we as a society handle certain circumstances or situations, we're becoming increasingly dependent upon alcohol, marijuana, prescription medications to handle those. So I like to talk about the 3 C's and the 2 S's. And as sort of another way to be cognizant of the decisions that we make, even in our normal everyday lives, that can lead us unintentionally towards an addiction. So the 3 C's are how we celebrate, and how we cope, and how we commiserate. So when I say to a volunteer or a staff person or a friend or a neighbor, how do you celebrate a new job or a new baby or good news at home or a promotion? We celebrate with happy hours and bottles of champagne and a lot of alcohol-focused celebration activities. And when we start to build those patterns, particularly if you have different risk factors, you can be sort of walking into unintended consequences of developing a substance use disorder. Same with how we cope with different situations. I had a hard day. I need a fill in the blank. Usually folks don't say yoga class, I need a meditation route, I need to have a really good workout or a walk or a talk with my mental health counselor or one of my best friends. It is, I need a drink. I need a something else that is using a substance to help manage even everyday stresses. And then the other one is how we commiserate. So I have my neighbor, my best friend, my sister, who's having a rough day, a rough time, small difficulties or big difficulties, and we commiserate with one another around alcohol, right? Around marijuana, around using substances to help us even cope with difficulty in our interpersonal relationships. These are some of those behaviors that we are unknowingly participating in that will lead to problematic misuse of alcohol and other substances that we need to be aware of. Now, the 2 S's that I like to sort of slip in there and talk about are how we sleep and how we handle stress. I am very worried about patterns that I see increasing on how people are even going to sleep at night. If folks are smoking marijuana every single night to get to sleep, there's potentially a problem there, particularly when you take into account your drinking patterns, your drinking behavior, your genetic risk, other prescription medications that you're using, and then how we handle stress. When we do not build coping mechanisms or our own skill set on how we handle stressful situations that are internal and about our own resources that we're building, and are instead focused only on alcohol or other substances, that's when we really start to build unhealthy patterns for our own health and wellness.
Does someone you love suffer from drug addiction? Accidental drug overdoses are the #1 cause of unnatural deaths. Don't wait until it's too late. Call our 24/7 helpline at 1-800-648-6734. A caring addiction specialist is awaiting your call.